Oh, hello everyone. How are you going? Thanks for joining me. It's been a while. We were supposed to be doing Tartaria Australia tonight, but we tried to record it this morning and nothing worked. It just it just did not work. So I'm here, and we do have a video from Kelly. She didn't want to be left out. So hello to everyone. Who we got here? John. How you doing, mate? Our resident wizard. Kathy. Hello from Kentucky. Flat Tardo, hello. Um, stop Geoengineering, hello. Flat Tardo loves this channel. All right. Jethro, Paul. All right. Thanks for joining me. So yeah, I've just got some photos we're going to go through today. I found some really cool old photos from Australia, and I've been doing it a bit with Paula. Those interviews, if you haven't seen them, check them out. They're really cool. And the more you look at it, man, Australia, like we knew, right? Like Melbourne and Sydney, like the buildings are everywhere, but it was fully built out. They've knocked over probably half of what was here since they've been here, and it's clear that there was a full civilization now. Probably not functioning. Probably mud flood affected, reset affected, but most of the architecture was still here. So make sure you check out the next interview I do with Paula. She'll be up in a week or so. We're going to be talking about, she's found some diaries of French people from the, I think, early 1800s sailing around Australia and describing what they saw. And it's not what we've been told in our history books. Kelly, hello. Darren, hello. Cubigle, Cubigle, hello. Frenick, hello. Paula does do very good research. Yes, she's a mad researcher. She's very good. Hello, person whose name I cannot read, Jalala. Hello to you. Cuba Gal. Cuba Gal. Wait, you're not from Cuba Petey, are you? Why Cuba Girl? D. Hanson, Florida. Hello. Florida's nice. I like Florida. It's a good state. It's got some cool old world stuff. Got some star forts. Got Coral Castle. I went there. Block Tower. Lots of cool stuff. All right. So let's get in. And I might just start with playing a video from Kelly Jones, who wanted to say hello. And like I said, we tried to record this morning to get the podcast up because I know, right, a bit late Friday morning to put up Friday night, but we've just been so busy lately. It's crazy. And hang on. Oh, hang on. Hold your horses, Kelly. Jeez. Yeah, so we've been really busy basically because we've got a newspaper coming out. So this is all on tartaria.com. Just go there. The newspaper coming out. First edition is free. So go sign up. And then we've got the Jolly Swag Tour coming up in, geez, how long is it? Like 20 days, 3 weeks. So we're working on that. And we've got other stuff we're working on, which will be, we'll let you know when it's all ready. Hello, Adam. Just came from 00. Oh, 007. How's 007 going? I haven't seen him for a while. Hasn't been popping up on my feeds. No talks. Hello, everyone. All right. Here's a word from Miss Kelly Jones. No doubt telling you everything that's coming up soon as far as Tartaria, Australia. Oh.
Hi, guys. So we didn't record a podcast this week because it's all my fault because my laptop has died and I'm on a couple of broken computers right now. And which has been ironic because I've been recording the newspaper. I've been making the newspaper, and it's been quite a process. So on the topic of the newspaper, just FYI, it's been fucking fascinating and I've loved every second of it. It's like looking at a collective, I don't know, like a snapshot of the collective consciousness of our community. And I love that. It's a snapshot into our now, right? And the articles are and contributions submission are as varied as our collective consciousness, but all have the same sort of, well, we're all on that same page. And I just fucking love it. And the vision I have for this newspaper right now is that it becomes an archival offline journal. So opening up to the whole wide world. And now that you've actually so when we release this first edition, it's free because we want you to see it, because obviously no one knows what it's going to look like or what format it's in, and neither did we until we sat down to do it. And now that we've sort of sorted that out and found the right printer, and we now know the cost involved and the postage and stuff, so the subscriptions are $20 a month. So the way it's going to work is the first edition is going to go out for free for anyone who submitted their postcode or their address, their whole address, all of their address, and we'll take it to the Jolly Swag Tour. And as you see it, you'll start to understand its potential. And what my highest vision for it is that we have subscribers from all around the world, all contributing their content, and that it becomes something that as a community we have a record of, and it's offline. And we're going to do 6 editions a year and put them, I will archive them with the National Library and encourage you guys overseas to do it with your national library. And that way they're in the archives, man, this Tartarian consciousness of ours. But that aside, because who really cares about them? For us personally, it's just a wonderful thing to have produced and to contribute to and to own. Any money left over from the printing and goes to supporting the channel, which we really fucking appreciate, because we've got so much going on now and into the future that just having a little bit streaming in every month is just keeping it ticking on. So we at Tartaria Australia, Cam and I, really appreciate the support, additionally to the subscriptions. So yeah, I mean, it's going to the printers next week, and you guys should be excited because it is super. I'm proud of us. I'm proud that we submitted and got it done, and everyone's consciousness and everyone's contribution fantastic. You're really going to really enjoy it. You are really going to enjoy it. So yeah, if you haven't yet put your whole postal address onto the free edition, go to the website. It's on the homepage. Scroll down, you'll see the newspaper section, and you'll see a big black box that says, yes, I want my first edition. Fill that out and put your whole postal address in. And for anyone who's definitely wanting to support the channel and support this work, then I can just get a subscription because it's going to be great. And we've got an amazing future with this publication. It's just such an excellent new platform to bring into the world. I'm super excited that we're doing something also offline and allowing other people to contribute in ways that don't involve video cameras. It's pretty fucking cool. So well done, everyone. And thoroughly look forward to receiving this. And it's exciting. And I hope together over the next year, we sculpt out one of the most unique and original and beautiful publications of high intelligence and wonderful open-mindedness, and that it really thrives. So Cam, I just thought I'd drop in a little info commercial about the newspaper on your live tonight. And also, I'm sure Cam's pumped it, but we've got the Jolly Swag Tour coming up, and it's getting closer and closer. This weekend, I'm releasing a booklet across our whole mailing list, which will give all the gruesome details, all the bits and bobs, all the questions that could possibly be asked, give you the address and everything you need to know, where it is and how to get there and what you need to bring. And yeah, we're really excited and encouraging everyone just to fuck it and come, even if you're sleeping in your car. I know a lot of people will be sleeping in their car, and sleeping in their car is pretty actually fun. You don't need to worry about, there'll be food on site, there'll be cocktails on site. You just have to make sure you're comfortable inside and warm, and you can sleep, and pretty much you can spend the rest of the time outside. So coming in your car is actually a really viable option and really low key. And it means you can get in and out of the property super easy. So that's a really, I would be opting for that if I didn't have a camper van. All right, guys, you have a wonderful night. We'll be back next week with our podcast from Tabulum, because we'll be heading to the farm next week and opening up the farm for our stream of volunteers to come in pre the event. And then we will be doing the goddamn Jolly Swag Tour. Woohoo, Campbell. All right, buddy. All right, have a lovely life. I'll see you guys next week.
All right. Well, there you go. A word from Kelly. How is everyone? What's in your box? What's in my box? Oh, what box? Melanie, how you going? Will there be papers? Yes, Kelly, there will be papers at the, well, we hope so. Printing, yes, we hope so. As long as we get them back from the printer, definitely. That's all starting. It's been quite a journey because I don't know how to make newspapers. Kelly actually bought a newspaper when she was like 20 or something. And then she's been editor, so she knows about newspapers, but I don't. But yes, we hope that they'll be there. 99% yes. If we can make it happen, they will be there. I live right next to St. Michael's Mount, and I reckon it's an old tree. They tell me the story of a giant. Oh, well, there you go. Which is the shape of a heart. Yeah, the Titans, man. The Titans. What's in your box? Lettuce. What is going on with this chat? KC, how you going? Hello, Goldie from Mahia. Nixon Labs, Brisbane. Oh, geez, that sounds a bit yucky. Yes, nanobots. Yes, they're a problem. They're a problem. All right. Well, let's get in and check out some photos. All right. I think I am ready. 1 minute. So these are the older. I just came across some archives, and they're all they start from the 1850s, so they're pretty old. So photography invented first photo 1827, and so yeah, less than 25 years later, we got a couple of photos. So let's go and check them out. Let's go. All right. So this is 1857 in Maitland, and now Maitland is a town in New South Wales, down near the coast. And I mean, it's just old, right? But look at the streets, right? Pretty crappy, of course. We've got our top hat men here, right? And they know the camera's there. But these dudes, they're basically the ones who hand out the buildings, or take possession of them all, right, and then renovate them. But you can see these are all old world buildings. I mean, just look around these windows at the workmanship here, and this is 1857 in Australia. Captain Cook, they say, landed 1778. Is that right? No, 1788. Botany Bay. So this is, what's that, 1269 years later from turning up where they know, brand new country, nothing. They don't know where any of the resources are, that like literally nothing. This is the story. Just bushland, and they got this stuff up. And this isn't a city. This is just a town, just a small town down in New South Wales. Now this is Newcastle. Now this is a drawing, 1867. And it just caught my eye because there's so much construction here, right? This one's a big double story by the looks of it. And this thing, whatever this is massive. You can see there's a 2-story house next to it. But I think the next one is the photo. Oh, no. Whoops. All right. Well, the photo of this one is coming up. I do have it. But this is a drawing. But this is, 1867 Newcastle. Newcastle again. I mean, it's a city now, but it's not a capital or, city. It would have been pretty small back in 1867. And look at these buildings. They're all double story. Big church up here on the hill, right? And then, of course, their little wooden picket fences in there. Adelaide. 1880s. And, you know, we see this all the time, right? Like, there's no one in this photo. These roads, they just look like they're just dirt covered. You know, this all looks sort of buried, these things here, whatever they are, and just old world infrastructure, right? It's all the same. I mean, this one's a bit sort of whitewashed out. There's a nice tower here, but oh, what's going on there? But pretty whited out, right? And look how sharp this corner is here. And people say, oh, this is, you know, early photography, but is it? What's this line here? What do you reckon? Do you think that's maybe a line that they missed when they were whiting all this out? Because look at this roof. Like, there's no actual, I mean, this looks like a flat top roof. Oh, it looks that way. It may not be, right? But this looks, that doesn't look like a flat top roof, right? It's got no railings or anything coming up higher than the sill, right? So do you reckon they've wiped something out there? Do you think there was some, we've got one tower here. This could have been who knows what. It's just very white, isn't it? Can you see anything over here? Went over here, like, you know, see, look, this bit of the bar's gone. You know, did they just white that too much? Up here, I don't know. You can't, oh, there's sort of a line going around here. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, again, there's a thing, like, was that a dome? All right. I don't know. Very white though. 18. This says that this is around 1870 in Adelaide, and this is St Andrew's Church in the background here. Oh, hang on. I'm not supposed to see that. Oh, good God, sorry. I keep hitting the button when I try and drag it. Yeah, very nice tower, right? Look at that. 4 nice bits. And in all these, you know, so many of these old photos, you see this kind of, I don't know, it looks like heat or something, like a shape around the photo. Can you see that? Down here? Now, I mean, it could be something to do with the photography process, I don't know. But you kind of see it around a lot. I'm just wondering if it's, I don't know, could be energy. Of course, you know, massive, you know, the same stuff, right? Big 2-story houses, cathedrals in 1870. But it just caught my eye because this bridge, you know, this is all nice, well built. The bridge looks like it's old world wrought iron, right? But then look in front of it, it's just all rubble, right? I mean, is that the remains of some buildings or something? Just all kind of, you know, we see it everywhere, right? They've got all these amazing buildings in the background, and then in the foreground you just have mud and people just working with wood. All right, it looks like they're playing cricket. Yeah, he's got a cricket bat. Yeah, they're playing some cricket, but see all this wood fencing, mud everywhere. But apparently, what, they were building these in their spare time. Now, this photo, well, this is not a photo, obviously. This is a drawing. And you can see what it says at the top here. City of Canberra. Now, if you're not Australian, Canberra is our capital city. That's where our parliament is in the Australian Capital Territory. So the city of Canberra, the newly christened capital of the Australian Commonwealth. And that's what it used to be. Now it's the Commonwealth of Australia, which is a corporation. Look at this. Like, this looks like a World's Fair, right? And look at the size of this building. Up here it says what, Capitol, so Capitol building. You know, obviously can't see that all, but massive. And over this, what does it say? It's a bit hard to read. Parliament, something of the Parliament Mount, maybe. And down here we've got, I can't read that. but massive buildings, right? And it says, it's a bit hard to read this. I think I've got another copy of it. But basically, what they say is this was just, an artist's impression of what they, how often have we heard that, of what they want, Canberra to be when they were designing it. This was some of the what's the some of the entries, right? Like for their competitions they have. That's what they say. That's what they say. Oh, these photos are all jumbled up. I put them in order, so sorry about that. We'll get back to that one. Courthouse, Bathurst, 1880. Look at this. Like, what? There's some girl there, and a little brother eating an ice cream, is she? Now, is she dark-skinned? Could be the lighting, don't know. But look at this. I mean, this perfectly immaculate building. Built within 100 years of landing on an unknown continent with nothing there. And they're whacking this up for a courthouse. And again, this is Bathurst. Bathurst is still, it's a pretty small town, and it's way out in the desert pretty much. It's very inland, and Australia, right? It takes a long time to get there, man. So how are they doing this? Like they say they built this. I mean, obviously why? Small little population. But how? Like where all the, how are they hauling all this marble and stone and granite and stuff in? Bricks and mortar and iron. I mean, that's crazy. That's a good dome though, isn't it? That's a good dome. Again, this is in Orange. Again, if you're not from Australia, Orange country town. It's up on the Murray River sort of region, and it's still small. So back in the day, it would not have been very big. Got all the kids, very well dressed. Got their hats on, their long coats. And then this thing, all the scales of justice. And I know that's supposed to be a sword, but I was just looking at it and it looks like an upside down cross a bit, doesn't it? Of course, they refacade them, right? So they come in, they put their own logos up there, and over here, what's that say? I don't know what that says. Doesn't look like. Oh, is it a date? It's hard to read. But basically, they find these buildings and they renovate them. They write a new contract with them, basically because no one there. They say we found them, it's ours, and then they just put their emblems, right? Their status symbols up on these buildings and say, look, that's ownership. We now own it. And then they just designate them. That's what those dudes in the top hats, right, that we see walking around, they designate the buildings. They find them all. They keep, some for the government to use to control the people, and then they just divide the rest up amongst themselves. And that's why they had so much wealth and still do. Right, these are bloodline families that are doing this kind of stuff. Courthouse of New South Wales. Okay, so this is I'm not sure of the town, but this is somewhere in New South Wales, 1877, and it's a completely different building to the last courthouse we saw, right? But still, look at red brick, got the archways, got the keystones, got all the cool brickwork, where they build in the pillars and stuff, which is obviously something to do with tech. These are functional, I would think. That's why they're in every single building, right? Because they have a function. And so, very well-dressed people. And this is what you see in all these old photos, of Australia, but everywhere, right? But the clothes, everyone is so well-dressed. This is Darlinghurst Jail. Darlinghurst is a suburb of Sydney now. And there you go. This is what they built for a courthouse. A little Roman temple. All right, put their logo on there like they always do. Look at this. Is that a wall? I don't know. It looks like it could have been part of the wall. I mean, Sydney was definitely a star city, is right. They knocked most of it down, but it's got star forts on all the islands, on all the points. It's just everywhere. But much has been destroyed. But you can see this is the kind of stuff. This is built in they say this photo is 1870, but this building was built in 1844. They built this in 1844. So what's that? 56 years after they landed with just some convicts and nothing else, they were whacking this up. Because why not? With their horse and buggies and their muddy roads. And they can build this, but this is the best fence they can come up with. All right, wooden pickets. All right, so this is Flinders Street Railway Station. It was just a really good photo, so I thought I'd include it. What does this say? Children, yes, and grown-ups too. Orange juice is good for you. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe we should rethink orange juice, guys. I did actually see a video that was talking about orange juice and breakfast and all this and how it was all introduced. Basically, the guy was saying just eat an orange, much better than the juice because you don't get the fiber. But yeah, this is so the Flinders Street Station opened in 1854. It actually doesn't say when they started building it or how long, like with all these old buildings right there, they don't really give you much info, but crazy building. Just not the best contrast, but that's a weird face there. And so this is what they were building. So opened 1854, man. Look at the size of this thing. A big tower. Oh, big tower down there. Street lamps. So, they admit this was here in 1854. I mean, there's no way they built this in 1854 with horse and cart, convicts for labour, brand new country that, didn't know where the quarries were or the clay pits or the lime or any of the stuff, the iron that they needed to build this, let alone having all the industry to process that. Then you need the whole transportation system to get it out here, warehousing and roads and stuff. And then you need the skilled workforce. Like, I'm not buying it, and I'm not drinking orange juice. Maybe that's like the 1850s term for Kool-Aid. So this is James and Isabella Martin, which is this couple here, at Clarence House on Potts Point, Sydney, 1860. 1860. Now, again, this has been whited out because this is actually this structure. There's some of it left. It's like built into a hill. So there's actually a lot above it, behind it. But again, you can see it's been whited out for some reason. It may have been, can't go up. May be the exposure, but there should be like a hill behind this thing because it's sort of built into a hill. But anyway, griffins, like this is the female griffin type thing. Lion body, a woman's head, another one here. What's that doing in Australia in 1860? And look, this balustrade we see everywhere. Right, they still reproduce it today in concrete, right? It's the same stuff we see everywhere. These pots, right, everywhere. They're all across the realm, connected with this old civilization. And on the last show, we showed this with Paula. She was talking about the bricklaying and the different ways that people lay bricks. And English just lay them like this, right, just end to end. But Dutch, it's called Dutch bricklaying. They do this. See how these two are shorter and these two? So these are actually laid going into the wall, and these are laid long ways. So they build it. See, there's the shorter one there. So you can see on the corner. So the short end's there, and then the brick goes down the wall. So that's what they're doing here. Different kind of bricklaying, and I guess you would think much stronger. Up here, look at these curved bricks. Semicircle into a right angle. This is skilled bricklaying. This is not just convicts, working away in the sun because they have to. And again, look at the clothes. Like 1860 in Australia. Who's making these clothes? Where are the fabrics coming from? Because they all look very well fitted, don't they? So it very much looks like the remnants of the civilization that was here. I mean, maybe they were just very small, right? Population-wise, I don't know. But whatever it was, they lost the battle. This is another view from that same house, Clarendon, around 1860, looking out. This was their view, right, across the bay. Again, we got these flower pots, and look at this statue. Like, who's carving these statues? Right, it's cool, but that's Australia in 1860. Is that not ridiculous? Oh, that's Kelly. Okay, so here again, this is another, apparent drawing of Canberra. Right, the federal city, Lake George, New South Wales, from the Governor General. So this is, in this one, they're calling it Lake George. In the last one that we saw, they call it Canberra. But basically, if you look into it, this was supposed to be Canberra, like the capital. I mean, this just looks exactly like a World's Fair, right? It's just a complete old world city. I mean, look at this. Look at this tower with a dome on it, but look at this thing here. What? Look at that dome. I mean, and it's just massive, right? I mean, you can see here, these are some people on some stairs that look like ants. This is ridiculous. Look at the spires. Sorry, it's not the best photo image. Gets a bit blurry. Got a line up here, and even across in the background, right? Look at all these towers and spires and stuff. But yeah, I mean, Australia, guys. Again, Australia. And this is a castle here, right? Massive cathedral. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, it says the federal city, right? Lake George, New South Wales. 19, does it say 19? Yeah, AD 1920. View from the Governor General's residence. That's what that says. It says that this is the view from the Governor General's residence. 1920 in Australia. Crazy. This is just basically the same image but coloured. But I mean, yeah, right. His story, man. We've been fed lies. Okay, so this is Newcastle. We had a look at the drawing before. This is an actual photo. And again, Newcastle, a town. This is 1862. This photo, they say. Very early, very small population. And look at the build out across here. Look at this massive cathedral. Right, that's a huge building. You can see there's a big building in front of it. two-story house next to it. Oh, it's pretty big. And we have all these big buildings. It looks like there's a couple of shacks in there, but most of them, there's another church, are big stone brick buildings. All right, Australia was found, not founded. Look at this. This is what they were walking into, this built out land that was empty, apparently, because they just walked across and claimed it all, whoever they are. This is Newcastle again. Have we got a date here? 1870. You see here, year 1870. Now, what do you reckon? Mud flood much? I mean, just look at this, right? Look at this mud coming down here. And they've built houses right next to it and a massive cathedral on the top of it. Right, houses here, houses on this side. And what, they just left this bit of mud in the middle. I don't know. Or are they digging stuff out? All right, this looks, look at the land in front of it. They've had to make like a little walkway to get to it. And where's the door? Where's the door? I mean, are they doors on the edges? I suppose they could be. Weird. Maybe what, split into, I don't know. But anyway, it looks like it's been recently dug out, right? Look at all this dirt everywhere. There's dirt up there. I mean, you're not building houses going up a hill on different heights without making good foundations, right? They look dug out to me. That's all I'm saying. So it's hard to see. The contrast isn't the best, but I mean, yeah, 1870, Newcastle. This is a bit later, 1895. Looking, what is it? Pitt Street, looking south from the bridge, Sydney. Sydney, 1895. And look at the amount of bits on this roof. And you can see all these antennas too, right? Popping up. What's that? Don't know. Top of a roof, maybe. But look at them all. All right. What are they doing? What are they there for? And obviously horse and cart, late 1800s, but we have a few top hat people here. Here's one. But look at this massively oversized building. Here are the peoples. This is the door. And look at, just the craftsmanship, right, in the way they build these buildings. And they're just wall to wall down the street. And these people, I mean, these people even here don't look like they would have a clue of how to build these buildings. And that's what you see so often. These are suit people. They don't know how to construct this. They don't get their hands dirty. This one I just thought I'd add because it's the tag on this is some of the exploration team laying Australia's overland telegraph line circa 1870. So these apparently are the dudes who laid the telegraph line right across Australia, because now this is a story we get in, Australia's a very, very big country, but it's very dry, right? So there's a long way between towns and cities and things. So they had to lay cable everywhere, right? Phone cables and stuff, so we could communicate. This is their team. I mean, I think they've been to Ned Kelly's barber, but they just, I don't know. Do they look like cable layers to you? Like trekking across Australia in unknown land, not knowing where the water is, working in the hot sun. Does that look like that to you? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Sydney, a horse-drawn tram heads west down King William Street. Okay, it's a tram, double-story tram. Apparently, there's a horse somewhere. Can't see the horse, but it's labelled a horse-drawn tram. But I mean, I guess the problem with they have to say that, right? Even though there's no horse, clearly, where's the horse? But there's also no cables, right? No cables. So, because I mean, it's a bit hard to see down there, but I definitely can't see a horse, right? On this that's a tram as well. But there's no horse on this front one. So where are they getting the power from? Like directly from the tracks? I don't know. What do you reckon? And of course, you know, just massive towers and spires in the background. I actually showed this one on another video I did, and you know, it's not the best contrast, but it's got a hole in it. Like that's an open hole. Of course, these days that they're all filled up with clocks, right? But I was just wondering, what is it? Is that some kind of free energy, like wind going through that, spinning turbines? Don't know. Could be. Steam train on the tracks, North Terrace, circa 1880. And I mean, look at how it just looks like an ornate train to me. I mean, look at all the rivets here, how well it's made. And this thing is made out of solid iron, man. And this is old world iron, that iron that doesn't rust. Like, how much do you reckon just the engine would weigh? I mean, it'd be hundreds of tons, right? And again, this is 1880. They've built all this, apparently, that's the story, built all the train lines all across Australia, which again is massive, not much water. They built all the trains, they built all the train stations, right? You can see in the background here. All by 1880, all within 100 years of landing here, just where there's nothing, apparently. North Terrace. Look how clean this photo looks. But again, look how white the sky looks. I mean, it's hard to see when the contrast isn't that good, like if they've been whited out. But I mean, look at this photo. Like, look how clean everything looks. I mean, I don't know why the streets look that white. Maybe it's the photo process. Everyone again dressed up to the nines, got suits and hats, and the ladies in dresses, and just wall-to-wall buildings, all old world. And this thing, I mean, it's a big boy, that one. Sydney George Street. I don't have a day for this one, but obviously, you know, late 1800s, you would think, 1880s, 1890s, all the horse traffic. And I must say that you know, they're doing well at picking up the horse poo, right? Because there's not a lot on that street. So what you do see is wall-to-wall buildings, and I mean literally wall-to-wall. They butt up against each other. You see this everywhere, and they've all got, you know, the features of the old world. They've got the symmetry in the windows, got arches here with keystones, all built the same way. Big building here, and it looks like they've been re-roofed, which is a common thing. These look like they're made out of wood. You see a lot, especially on cathedrals, that they've had to re-roof them. And look at this. Look at the work that's gone in to carve that, like, on those angles, and then put these raised bits. Now, just to make it more difficult, right? Or is it because this is not a building, it's a machine? All right, with its three on each side, Antiquitech spire things. And of course, these buildings, they're also perfect and symmetrical. But they forgot to put like the roof out the front. You know, they just forgot on every building. So these people have just put up, you know, these temporary roofs, right? I mean, it just shows you, right? Like, they didn't build these. They've come along and built these completely different constructed, you know, veranda roofs. Two different types of tech. Okay. No, don't have a date. Sydney, northern side of North Terrace, King William Street. I mean, look at this building. And I mean, look at what's on its roof, right? What's this? And you can see this is a big building here, right? That's a big building because, these are horse and carts. There's, they're big. And then this one just dwarfs them. What is going on there? And, horse and cart everywhere. There's no cars yet by the looks of it. So we're probably talking, 1890, turn of the century, maybe earlier. I mean, it could, who knows, this could be the 1850s, right? But everything's completely built out, constructed perfectly, oversized buildings, pillars, stairs going up, well, the whole thing. You can see a bit of a mud flood floor on this one. But this is Australia. Australia was built. It was found. It was done. They just walked into it and started claiming, right, their Freemasonry, right, from their little club, their little trust that they started. This is the old destitute asylum for the homeless and sick. And these are, unfortunately, probably the old destitute children. But yeah, look at that. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's more in the background. Massive 2-story red brick houses, or whatever they are. And again, there's no date on this one, so I'm thinking about 1880. And this, okay, so this is a drawing. This is a drawing of the first settlement of Adelaide in 1837. Okay, so they're telling us Adelaide, nothing there. And then this is the story of Australia, right? This is what they say. Like, it was just literally tents and bushland. They didn't have the mines. They didn't know where any of the resources were. And this is how they started. So 1837, and again, this is a drawing. This is the narrative, right? This is what they want us to believe was going on in 1837. Nothing. But then, 20 years later, the whole country's built out. Like this. Okay, 1880. Right, so what was that? 1837. So it was 43 years later, and this is Sydney, but 43 years later, look at this photo. Like, look at this. It's just completely built out, old world buildings on the side and just crappy dirt roads. And isn't this what we see everywhere? And of course, Mr. Bojangles there in his top hat. Right, the Freemason. Right, who goes on collecting all these buildings and divvying them out to government and friends. And this is what the bloodline families are. This is what the Allites are. Right? This is how they got there. They just stole everything, and they still are, by the way, if you hadn't noticed. Tassie Street, Port Augusta, around 1870. So Port Augusta, just a little town out in the middle of nowhere. And we've just got, brick masonry buildings and dirt roads. So it's almost like people got here and it was like, oh, just go for a walk, see what you find. You'll come across something. This is the unknown courthouse. So this is a courthouse, but they don't know where it is or where it was. So clearly it's not there anymore, right? Because these photos came from the archives, I believe. So it's an unknown courthouse in New South Wales around 1870. Okay, we've got a top hat man here. Must be a lower rank. It's not a black top hat. No, there's another top hat. But photo opportunity, right? Look at these two dudes. Look, they're big. They look like miners. So look how tall this fence is, right? It's twice the height of these people. 1870. All right. Like, why? Why? And why build this massive Romanesque temple and call it a courthouse? All right. 1870, complete. All right. All done. Complete. Another church here next to it. Another house out the back. All right. The old world wrought iron. Like, and they don't even know what this is. They forgot about it because they were building so many courthouses. And this, again, this is what we're told, right? This is just Victoria, 1880. Two jolly swag men, right? He's got his Billy T, got his pipe going on. They got their hats, they're sitting there. What's this guy looking at? I mean, he's just kind of staring into nothingness. So it looks like a bit of a setup. He's just, this guy's just washing the lid, sitting on his swag. All right. Shoes look fairly good. Where'd they get their shoes? Oh. You know, I don't know. Photo opportunity, what do you reckon? I mean, they look fairly well dressed. You know, where are all these suits coming from? Look, he's got a waistcoat on, a vest, and a jacket. Like, where are they getting all these clothes from? These are swagmen. In the story, you see us wander around the bush. You know, so who's making all these clothes in the 1880s out in the middle of nowhere? I mean, obviously, you know, they had clothes when they went out there, but you get the drift. Okay, so I showed this, yeah, again with another chat with Paula, and this is obviously a castle. This is 1860s. So castle, right? Castle, like wrought iron fence, right? Masonry pillars. Oh, we ran out wooden pickets. Wooden fence here. Two different types of technology. But someone pointed out in the comments that I think this is a photo. It looks like she's holding sticks, maybe. Maybe she's not. Okay, someone said that it looked like one of the photos, and this is the only one I could find that looked like it. So maybe it's a different one. I'll have to find out, but they said it looked like she was water divining, or that in that book there somewhere there were water divining sticks. So I don't know. But anyway, like castles in Sydney in the 1860s. Like this is literally, this is what Australia was, right? We've been hoodwinked. All right. I'm back. How is everyone? Oh, 180 of you here. Thanks for joining me. Oh, Three Fingers. How you going, mate? Good to see you. Kathy, we've been so lied to. Yeah, man. It's. You start looking at the photos. It's like it's crazy. And it's what's crazy is that I keep finding photos I haven't seen, man. I've been doing this for 5 years. Like, where are they coming from? There's always been mounds of dirt in every old school photo about a building that had been founded. Yes, I know, right? Discovered. More like it, right? How did you discover it? Well, we were digging up a mound. Just happened to be there. Maybe a whip. Oh, be well. What's going on? The stick were a game is in some of the pics. The stick were a game is in. I have no idea what you're trying to say to me there, Cuba Gal. Are you the one that pointed out the sticks? It was in the comments. I haven't read it, but Paula did, and she let me know. Yes, that dude was smoking a pipe, John. Probably one of your descendants. A wandering wizard. So hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being here. Courthouses, yes, I know, right? They are temples. I know, right? They are. Yes, so thanks for being here. Jolly Swag Tour. I probably should bring up the website, right? So the 5th of September, 3 weeks, we are holding a 3-day event out in the country called the Jolly Swag Tour, and it's going to be awesome, and you should come. And you can get your tickets on tartariaaustralia.com. And it's going to be 3 days. We're going to have music there. We're going to do the show. Kelly and I are going to do a show there, probably over 2 nights. And we've got music sorted. We've got a cinema, so we're going to play. If we get time for a movie and people want it, we'll do a movie. If not, we'll just do cool shit up there. We've got all the audios. We built a stage. We've got lots of stuff, and it's going to be cool. So you definitely should come. Did I sell it well? I'm not really sure. Let's see what the website says. It might help me. Okay. Oh, there we are. So this is just tartariaustralia.com. These are our t-shirts. They're very cool. They're the best t-shirts as far as, people selling t-shirts on YouTube, for sure, by far. All the art by Kelly Jones. Here, Jolly Swag Tour, once in a lifetime event. You don't want to miss that. 5th to the 7th of September, 2025. That is in 3 weeks. Tabulum, New South Wales. So everything on our website, like it's all here. Get shit together out if you want to join us for that every morning. We're getting our shit together, and you can click the more info and it tells you about this stuff. And yes, here we are. There's lots of stuff here. These are all our videos, podcasts. So check out the website. There it is. Once in a lifetime event. Drive, ride, hitchhike or fly to the Northern Rivers for a weekend. Tartari Australia Festival like no other. There you go. See, Kelly does all this. Gee, she does so much more work on this than I do. That's very good. But check it out, tartariaustralia.com. Jolly Swag Tour. And the newspaper is there as well. Where was the newspaper? I missed it. The newspaper, if you keep scrolling down, you'll find the newspaper. Maybe I should share that again. Okay, I will. Peer pressure, man. So yeah, basically this website, like you just scroll, like it's really just one big page, right? You just go. So you just keep scrolling down and you will hit the, oh my God, there's so much. I can't believe there's so much in it. Tartari Australian newsletter. This will tell you all about it. The first one, this is why it's physical, why we're not doing it online. We don't want to go down that route. And everyone's doing it. It's not fashionable. Everyone's doing it. But no, we want it to get back to old school. You sit and read stuff, right? You can leave it on your table or in your toilet and other people can read it. And it's a physical experience, right? Rather than just, reading through another PDF file on the bloody screen. I need to get away from this kind of stuff. So, you can book a script with Kelly as well. There you go. There is the image. And you can invite us to dinner. There's so much you can do. Right, on this website, so go check it out. But so the newspaper, the first one is free. So go here. There's a button somewhere there. I want my free edition. Click on that. But you can also give us material, right? So this newspaper, most of it is going to be, people sending in their research, their stuff, because we just get inundated all the time with people. Telling us their theories and wanting us to, do all these, read all these things. We just don't have time to go through it all. So we thought, well, we'll get a paper and you can submit it to there, whatever it might be, right? An article, photos, your latest theory, your latest research, ads. People are advertising businesses. If you've got your own business, in the 5D world, as they say. Even singles ads, whatever you want, send it in. You just got to fill in this form, and send it to us. And it won't get in the first edition because that is done and dusted. We just got to get it printed and sent out, but it will be in the second edition. There's going to be an edition every 2 months. And here you go. Bernadette has tons of photos. There you go. Send some in. Give us your best. Liz J. Yeah, Liz. Oh, J. Yeah, Joy. No, Liz J. Looking forward. Nice. I'm still going through all the emails. We got a few wrong addresses or incomplete addresses. So we're going through that, but it'll all be posted out within the next couple of weeks is what we're going for. I live somewhere. They tell me Tassie. Oh, well, there you go. Peg's Place, Tasmania. We'll be coming down there next year. We're going to do a tour as well. New Joy, how you going? Good to see you. Goldie from Mahia. My kids draw better than that. Then what? Then the website? Well, that's a bit rude. Kelly's got great art. Does Tassie really exist? Oh, okay. No, it doesn't, and neither does Australia. I don't exist. I am actually AI, don't you know? Yes, so there you go. Lots of photos. So I do have a couple more that we can have a look at if you would like to. Adelaide, Bernadette. What about Adelaide? Adelaide? Question mark. Oh, does it exist? I think it exists. There's lots of churches there. Frederica is there at the moment. I've been there. I've been there. I've been everywhere in Australia, even though it doesn't exist. Yes. Oh, yes. Hello, Zal. Very good. Haha. That old chestnut. Oh, we got it. Oh, to Adelaide. Ah, gotcha. Yeah. So next year. So yes, we did a show in Mullaney a couple of weeks ago, and we put together a show and we thought, yes, let's tour this show, because every time we do a show, we've had to create the show. We haven't had one that we've toured, if you know what I mean. They've all been individual, and it's a lot of work, a lot of work. So we thought we'll do one and we'll tour around the country for a year. We'll go everywhere. Woohoo. So we did it. And it kind of turned out different to what we thought. And we kind of dropped some big bombs in it. And so now... So now we're going to write a new show, because we got to get out what was said at Mullaney to, you know, we want everyone to hear our new revelations, our new levels. So we're working out how to do that. But yes, long story short, we'll be coming to Adelaide. We're going to do Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne, Adelaide, Perth, Hobart, and some regional towns as well. So we want to do 10, you know, about 10, 11 venues, places next year. But we are liking the out in nature kind of ones better, because, you know, when we do shows, everyone just wants to hang out with each other, right? That's the biggest value there, is people get to hang out with each other. So, but then they have to go home after the one day. So we thought we'll do events that last for 3 days. So we will be going to all those places, but not necessarily to venues in the cities for traditional shows. It's going to be more like mini festivals, which are much more fun, don't you think? Yes. So I'm just reading some of these comments. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, let's look at some images, shall we? Hi, Cam. Hello, Maggie Grace. How are you going? Oh, 17 Joy. Hello. Good to see you. All right. I'll do a few more. Now that you're all here, why not? Oh, hang on. Sorry. I haven't done this for a while. I'm not ready. This is just a file that's called interesting pics. So let's see what's in there. What is in here? Oh my gosh. All right. It's going to be a mixed bag. Let's see what happens. Okay. Share screen. Okay, so this is, I have no idea what this is. It's a picture. Okay, obviously of a massive wall. This looks like the Red Fort maybe in India. I mean, look at this, man. Look at the intricacy up here. Look at all the different levels in the build. Look, are they buildings on top of the wall or part of the wall? I don't know, but that's a massive construction. Look at this. Some fallen rocks or something, and then look, is that in front of it or is that part of it? So it could be a bit of meltage going on there. And I was noticing down here there's some archways. And what is that? Another big red brick thing. There you go, a very big wall. Close up of the front entrance of the Festival Hall, St. Louis, 1904 World's Fair. Look at the power of those waterfalls. Oh, yeah, okay. What temporary material is used to hold up against raging waterfalls? Plywood or stucco is a very good point. Right, this is their favorite story. These were just all temporary buildings, right, made out of plywood and stucco, plasterboard. But there's water running all over this, down into ponds. There's no way that's not stone of some kind. There's no way that's plaster. So there you go, good photo. And entrance hall. I mean, just look how they cleaned it well. Whatever, it's all so symmetrical and perfect, isn't it? Like everything. It's just crazy. We don't have the skill to do this anymore. They bit it out of us. Ah, Egypt. Grand Canyon. So this is supposed to be the front paws. Obviously the head's gone. They're saying that could be the Sphinx. And then behind it, the pyramid. All right. What do you reckon? There's also a Sphinx in Pakistan. And I'm going to do a live talking about some of the stuff in Pakistan on Sunday. So make sure you come and join. Let's build this, cover it in gold and art and make it so ornate so you can run into battle and kill people while not being able to see anything. Look at these eye slits. That is ridiculous, right? That is not made for walking into war. Do those arms look long? They look pretty long, right? They look like they're going down to the knees. But wow. More armor. Right? And again, the story, right? They just beat this over anvils, right? With hammers. I guess they beat it on top of images that then got imprinted into it. I mean, crazy. What's that? I thought they were horns, but I don't think they are. Weird symbolism, portals, creepy looking dudes. Over here, these guys have got devils. Like, it doesn't look like fun. Helmets. Look at this. Lion face. And why make them all so ornate? That one's got, is that a unicorn? Or at least a normal horse? Like, why put all this work? And you've got to understand, they've got to be making a lot of these, right? Because clearly people were dying. So when they have to manufacture them fast, and wouldn't doing it this way take twice as long or 15.7 times as long? And again, how's this dude seeing anything? They'll put this in a museum right in front of you. You go, yes, this is armor that someone wore and rode into battle, even though they could see nothing. They'll put it right in your face. And they put all these other helmets there, right, that are open face, just so you don't really see it. I mean, this stuff is crazy, right? And every rivet perfect, all symmetrical pretty much. I mean, look at that. Talk about making things difficult for yourself. Like, why do it out of all separate pieces? That's not going to help anything, is it? I don't know. These big florets, I mean, and again, what's this dude seeing? He's better off. He's got a couple of slots here, but still, you're definitely not seeing someone run up behind you. So do these maybe have a different purpose, right, than Knights of the Round Table? I mean, look how ornate that is. Again, you can't see anything. Oh, he's got his mohawk going. Are these, maybe Faraday cages? For when there's a lot more high voltage and plasma electromagnetic fields going on in the ether, does this protect you? Or is this what we're going to have to start wearing soon when AI takes over, to keep it out of our systems? We could use it now for bloody 5G, right? I mean, again, right? Where's the vision? Someone's just going to run along with a kettle and pour it down your face. That's not a good helmet. Okay. I'm guessing this is some artwork someone's made. That's an arm piece, like a gauntlet. And that's a sword, but that doesn't make sense. I'd say that's probably art. But where do you get a sword and a gauntlet to use in your art? I don't know. Do you know what that is? Very strange. Shield of some kind, maybe? Oh. That's like a sad face helmet. Doesn't look very happy. What's going on? Oh, okay. The front opens. It's a little hinge. And he's got a bit of vision, a bit more than the others. And he's got breathing holes, right? So he doesn't get hot and sweaty in there. That's good. But they make this nice helmet and then they just put a chain around the chainmail. Like, it's not even hooked in. I don't know. I mean, oh my God, this is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, holy dolly, man. Look at all the work that's gone into this. We'll just go and battle with swords, right? Get destroyed. I mean, and, we all know the weight. How they're getting around this stuff. Oh, Knights Templar. Cool gloves, though. Movable fingers. So what do you reckon? What do you reckon these are for? Like, what do you think they're really for? Hello, Mr. No Neck. So that's probably a better way to get around, right? Clever design. And is it just leather, is it, with like bits of metal in it by the looks of it? But I mean, at least he can walk, right? It's not solid metal. How do you reckon they made this stuff? Because it wasn't a blacksmith in a shed beating metal over an anvil. That I can guarantee you. Oh, look at that. Very nice, but again, probably not the kind of thing you want to be wearing into battle. going to more inhibit you, right, than help you. And have you noticed that lots of these knights are getting around without pants on? I don't know why that is. And he's got a sideways halo. Interesting. Oh my God. What? Look at the intricacy of this. What is going on there? That is just not made for fighting. That's what that is. It's not made for fighting, even though it's covered in fighting symbols. What were they, you reckon? It's very confuzzling. Knight with his horse. How were horses able to carry not only their own armor, but then a knight covered in armor into war and still be functioning? I mean, many questions, man. We know the whole story of war is all bullshit. It's just that, you know, that the invaders, they have created the war and got us to fight each other. And they're the ones who brought it down. It's not a natural thing for men and women. But again, look at these eye slots. They're so retarded. And when I say retarded, I mean that would slow you down. It's crazy, crazy, right? Just insane artwork. Oh, and while you're at it, that. Oh, here you go. We got some names. Same snake, different day. Snake oil size. Remember those guys? Ooh, nice. So don't fall for it. Okay, we'll see what memes I've got here. I didn't know these were here. Friends, in these harsh economic times, it's important to remember that one 5G antenna contains 11 pounds of copper and a pound of platinum. There you go. I'll do with that information what you will. What the hell? Wow. Look at that for an apartment building. How'd you like to live there? That is crazy. Geez, I hope it's got an elevator. Electric bus. Dun, dun, dun. You can see in the back there's a horse and cart. All right, so what? Pre-1920, definitely, I would think. Electric bus. Tesla was not the first. Well, as far as the company, right? Tesla used to make batteries, though, I found out from our resident wizard, John, for electric cars. Look at that roof. Oculus. Is that a bedroom? Because, wow. Yeah, and you know, yeah, there's definitely no mud flood. No, disproven. I mean, I put up a video after I came back from the Netherlands about the mud flood, and people were losing their minds. Do you really think there was a mud flood? Well, yes. Look at this. I mean, there's a wall on top of this. That's a brick wall. Not a very tall one, but look, yeah. Look at that. What are you going to tell me? That's natural formation? Well, they just dug a hole to make that and then bury it over. Almost looks a bit melted there, doesn't it? So there you go. And I mean, look at this, man. They got a pipe going across here. Did they chip into it to get that pipe in? Oh. Oh my gosh, what's this? Do you want me to read this? Interesting history, 1752. Here is an interesting historical fact. Just have a look at the calendar for the month of September 1752. Go to Google, type September 1752. Oh, I see, we're missing 10 days. You'll notice, 11 days. It goes from the 2nd to the 14th in September 1752. There you go. So that's pretty close to I think the last reset time was. The one before, we saw the repopulation. So that's interesting. They took 11 days out. That's when it went from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. So that's just one way they've messed with time. There's many, many, many others. This is a pagoda. St. Louis, Missouri. That's a pagoda. That's what they say, and it is. It's just an open area to sit in. Or maybe that's where you go to, recharge your batteries. Ever heard that saying? Oh, you need to recharge your batteries. I wonder what they meant by that. Because look at that thing. If that ain't a free energy device, then it's a pagoda. That looks like a free energy device. Okay, so this guy's painting the Federal Reserve burning down while he's standing outside of it. Good on him. Oh, well, look at that. Oh, Serbia. I wonder if Guy's seen that one. Alert Guy Anderson. It's a Cabbage Patch Baby. All right, a couple more, and then I shall bid you all adieu. It's starting to get late here. Me calling God to come pick me up because this world is a mess, and so are the people. I don't belong here. Anyone ever felt like this man? Yes. Built for defense. In the middle of nowhere. I would actually like to hear the explanation for this one. Could use a good laugh. Okay. Yeah, this is interesting, right? These are different people. Keira Knightley, Natalie Portman. Who's this? Peter Fassini? Never heard of him. Christian Bale. It's not the best contrast, is it? But there's lots of these, and they look so similar, all these celebrities. Until it's brought to your attention, you don't really see it. And of course, they do get the photos where they look the same, but there's a lot of them. What do you reckon? Clones? What's going on here? Oh, look at that. Looks like maybe they did it for drainage or something. What do you reckon? Geopolymer? It doesn't look melted, does it? It's very precise. Oh, and this, holy dooly, Constantinople. It's not Istanbul. Holy dooly, look at this. We got, so it's Constantinople. Have we got a year? No year. Crazy. Look at this. Look at this mud flood evidence piled up against the walls. All right. Half buried walls here. And it's probably just perspective, but these people look extremely tall compared to this house. But just look at all the spires. Walled Star City. Right, on the water, as always. Over here, all buried still. Haven't dug it out yet. So I'm guessing this is, late 1700s. But look at this. Look at the dome. Just spires everywhere. Massive domes. Oh, my God. And these are all, see all the numbers? These are all accounted for. They're telling you what they are. And if you come down here, number one is the, oh, whoops, that was the wrong button. Number one is the Tour de Galata. Number two is the Galata et Pera Faubourg, Constantinople. I have no idea what any of that means, but it's like they're all names. So this is not just a fanciful drawing, right? So we see this, and we know this is real. It's just like when we were looking at the photos of Canberra, right? That, you know, weren't as spectacular as this, but the same kind of thing, right? But now they say, oh, they're just images, or they're just drawings that they wanted to build, but they never got built. Yet this stuff is everywhere. All right. How is everyone? Alrighty. Oh, hang on. Let me get to the bottom there. Oh, I left a comment. Are you going to tour here? Yes. Sorry. Catacombs. The changing names always tells us hidden histories. Yes. They must have had strong legs. One word. Catacombs. What do you mean as far as what? Bodies or things getting buried and used as catacombs? Because there's lots of missing bodies. Yes, there's millions in the catacombs, but we're missing hundreds of millions of bodies, and a lot from the last, 100 years, right? Where are they? There's lots of weird stories about what could have happened. Check out the podcast, sataraaustralia.com. We've been across many of the theories. Con stands on opal. Oh, well, there you go, Land of Mu. Nice. Con stands on opal. Nice. Opal, you can relate, right, to the seashell that we see everywhere. The Phoenicians, maybe, the sea people. All the missing people from each reset. Yeah. Yeah, of course there has. At least 5 resets. Yeah, man. Well, we've had the giant trees and the tines, right? Then we've had the megaliths, like the massive megaliths, star forts, red bricks, the red brick. Did I miss one out? I think I may have. I'm already just about to go through another one. But what does reset mean? That's a good question. Have you ever asked yourself that one? What does reset mean? I know, right? It sounds like a silly question, but reset does not mean what you think it means. Let me just find the correct definition. It basically means to harbour or release criminals. Law Dictionary, reset. Yep, here it is. I'll even, what? Here we go. Let's share so you can all see. And this is why words, all words are spells. This is why it's important to look into the spelling. Otherwise, you'll be deceived. Reset, the legal dictionary, right? Reset. This is up there, Law Dictionary Online. The receiving or harboring of an outlawed person. That is what reset means. And they've been pushing, right? Klaus Schwab and all his mates been pushing that we're in the Great Reset. The great receiving or harboring of outlawed persons. And of course, persons, of course, aren't men and women. Right? Persons, let's see what it tells us, are corporate entities. They're not, so you're not a person, just so you know. It's going to tell us it's a bit harder to find this one. No, it's not going to. Existing person. This term applies to the fetus before it's born. Oh, there you go. Existing person. This term applies to the fetus before it is born, and to the so birth means a stillbirth, basically. Transient person. This term is applied to a person with fixed addresses or a person on his way through one state into another state. Right. So you're not a man or woman have right of use to all land, right? This person has to have a fixed address. Like It's not what you are. So if the law asks if are you this person, say no. A legal personally known, a legal statement that acknowledges a person's identity that can be recognized. Only recognized through legal means, right? So basically, they're saying if you have a birth certificate in the legal realm, then you are personally known. If you can prove, oh yeah, no, it's him. I saw his license. Right? So all these personal judgment, the term used for a judgment rendered against a person for the payment of damages, right? This is all legal stuff. So, yes, there you go. Reset, harboring of criminals, right? The Great Reset. Words are spells. All of this 3D framework that will disappear once the dome is dropped. Oh, they're going to drop the dome? Well, let's hope so, Zal. We've got 5 years. 5 years for what? I mean, I see this all as good. It's the great unveiling. We're seeing what's been going on all the time, guys. This stuff that we're seeing, all this, gross stuff that's happening about, the children and all the Satan stuff, and all the squandering of money and the theft and all this stuff, that governments are just rigged and they're all, they're all criminals, Nancy Pelosi, all this stuff. It's always been going on. It's always been going on. We just haven't seen it. It's now being unveiled. So how is that not a good thing? How is that not us going towards a better world? How is that not the frequency rising? We are on the upswing. It's a sine wave, right? Negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. That's what resets are. Resets, that's our term for it, but that's what, it's just a change in frequency. And we are going out of a clearly negative frequency into a positive one. So, everyone has control of their thoughts, and you have the power of choice. But I would say that it might be better to choose a positive outlook, because what is one thing that we learned very early on, in our quest for truth, is that everything is energy and that we are creators, and that it's our thoughts that create reality. So just ask yourself, what are you creating when you think? Are you creating a better world that you want to walk into with your children and your grandchildren? Or are you creating a world that they want you to create? Because this is the big scam. This is why they own the media. This is why they own the education department. This is why they own the music, the movies, everything. So they can belt their message into your head as often as they can, because when you start believing it, then you will create the world that they want for them. So, yes, there's a lot of crap going on, but let's not focus on that. Let's focus on getting out of here, right? And building something better. I myself am over this negative frequency band that we've been in, and I'm glad that we're coming out of it. And I'm not going to be holding on to the old one. I can let you know that one. All right. Anyway, there you go. Bit of a rant to finish it all with, right? Yeah, man, red Kachina, blue Kachina, right? Exactly. Totally agree. Yes, we are the creators. All right. Nice. Yep. No reset, liberation of souls. I agree. So, yes, let's focus on what we want to create. All this truth searching and, looking at it's pretty negative, right? There's not a lot of sunshine down there. So you've got to be careful how far and how much time you spend doing all this stuff. That's why I like history, right? Because I can show cool stuff. I can show artwork. I can show stuff that's beautiful. I don't go down rabbit holes about dark topics because I don't want that stuff in my mind. I know it goes on, and that's all I need to know. That I just need to know it needs to stop, right? I don't need to give it any power. Anyway, there we go. Oh, Sherry Ives, how you going? Good to see you. Oh, Maggie Grace, thank you. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Please, I would appreciate it. And yes, there we go. Alive. I'll be back on Sunday. So that should pop up tomorrow. But check me out Sunday, 7 o'clock, Pakistan, and TartariAustralia.com. Jolly Swag Tour, September 5th. Tickets still available, and the newspaper's coming out in a week or two, probably two. So if you'd like to get the first edition for free, TartariAustralia.com. And also, if you'd like to submit some content, articles, photos, advertisements for your business, whatever it might be, poems, artwork, we don't care. We'll take it all. We are interested. All right, guys. Oh, dagbag nabbits. Hey, man, I'm just about to end, but thanks for dropping by. Yes, love you all. Stay awesome. And I'll talk to you all on the next live stream. Ciao for now. Oh, hang on. I have to press that.